Alright, so it's time to do blushing on this baby. We have a crowded table. Everything is crowded when it comes to the dolls. And I've just done the blush mixes that I've taught you guys how to do. And I'm going to use the blush that's mixed with the red and the magenta 08. This is just going to help us see where we are with this doll. Once we do blushing, it kind of gives us, like, to me, it gives me an insight as to where I need to go with this baby. So that is what we're gonna do. Just blush it up. Make it all nice and even. You don't want it looking like it has, like, you don't want lines like it's got blush on or anything like that, like it just did its makeup. You just want a natural blush cheek. And I bring it up on the bridge of the nose slightly. And then onto the nostril. I love to put a little bit of pink on the nostril. And we're going to pink up the chin. There we go. Probably going to put a little bit of pink right below the nose. Lately I've been enjoying doing that on the dolls. I'm gonna pinken the ears. And we may touch up blush like later, but this is just gonna kind of give us an idea of where we are in the stages of the coloring for the doll. It's like once you blush, it really just, I don't know, really just gives it some life. It gives you gardens. Go. Okay, while I'm here, I'm gonna take some of my creasing color, mix with a little bit of my blush because it's in there, and I'm just going to darken up the lips so I can have a little more color there. Remember, lips are many layers, so this is just one of the layers. There we go. There we are. Oh, such a cutie. I'm gonna go over again my blushed area. I only make it like pretty pink when I first start because we will be going over with some washes that are going to slightly neutralize our blushing. So I like to make sure they're pretty pink. It's still a very natural pink. Not like just did my clown makeup or anything like that. It is still very natural. Okay. I'm gonna start figuring out my colors for my forehead blushing. Oh my goodness. This baby's looking so cute. The mom of this baby asked me if I had started her. I didn't tell her I was actually using it for my tutorial. I'm like, yeah, I've started most of the custom painted kits. I don't have a deadline when they're going to be done because there's so many of them. Alright, so we've got that blushed up. While I'm here, I think I'm going to crease the eyelid again. Adds more depth in there. You can take that creasing color to the bottom of the eyelid. You know, the top part that comes down when you blink. And just add a little bit of color. There we go. So nice. And then for the hands, I'm actually going to use the blushing that's mixed with the Pyrrole Red 8. It's a more orangey color. I like this blushing color for my starter blush for the hands, especially if I'm gonna go back and touch up. I just never know. Sometimes I add more blushing later. It just depends upon how it's blended through or how many more layers I do and how much it's blended. all plays in effect. I'm gonna let that sit while I go and blush the other hand, because I want the blushing to sit for just a moment. It really soaks in the coloring. There we go. And we gotta blush this thumb over here. Got a little hair. Okay, so that's one sitting. Now that that one is sitting, I go back to this one and clean up my mess. Oh, it looks so nice. Nice blushing color. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with my blending brush and blend out the creases that have buildup in there. Okay. Looks very nice. That. See some hidden buildup there. Oh, it's a very soft pink. I like it. And over to this hand. Do the same. Blend my blushing. Blushing is just so pretty. It's one of my favorite things because it just adds a lot of depth into what you're doing. I think it's so amazing. Just make sure that your creases don't have buildup, because under the fingers it'll tend to get some paint buildup there. There we go. That hand is blushed. Very nice. Okay. Now on to blushing our feet. This too, I'm gonna blush it, let it sit, go blush the other foot. Wow, this one is slightly drying. And then once I'm done blushing the other one, I'll come back and clean up the blush. And do the same thing all over again. Dun, dun, dun. Gonna let that one sit. Now we'll go over here. Blend our mess so it looks like a natural foot coloring. Little pink toes. And see, we have buildup in the creases, so we are going to have to clean that out. Okay, there we are with that foot. Now we will do this foot. And then after this, we are going to bake. So our blushing is set. Because we don't want it to come off when we apply more colors. So you have this all blushed. Go ahead and bake. I know I just said that 3 times. Go ahead. It was like my record was broken. But you're gonna go ahead and bake after this. And then we will be back with some more things to do after this, like thinking a yellow layer. Like, not our pale yellow, but a Genesis yellow wash is what we're going to do next. I'm thinking. I told you guys some things have changed. I've been painting a little different. I always do that, change my painting style. But I think that's what makes it somewhat fun. It's not keeping things same all the time. Okay, now that we've baked our blushing, we are going to do a Genesis yellow wash. Oh man, somebody got my sponge wet. Look at that, you see how swollen my sponge is?
Oh, it was in the sink.
I'm gonna see if it's gonna work.
No.
It won't? Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna make a new sponge. Since somebody threw my sponge in the sink. I need a sponge. I had 2 sponges, but they were bent. They're all bent out of shape. Now, I really liked this sponge's design. So I'm gonna try to... This is one where I want more space than I have holes, basically. So I'm gonna try to make myself something here. Bean made this sponge. I'm gonna have to have her make me some sponges because I do like how she makes some of these wash sponges. Okay, cool. That is going to work pretty good. All right. Well, now let's get back to what we're doing. We're gonna do for sure 1 layer of yellow. If your wash is thick enough like mine is, you can definitely see the yellow going on. So I may only do 1 layer of this. We'll see how it looks once it dries. At the most though would be 2 layers. So you're putting it on like a wash, you're putting it everywhere. I have limbs in my way. Okay, so to set that up there to dry. And then, so we're gonna do that. Cover the whole baby. And like I said, this is just Genesis yellow mixed with thinner. I really like this color on here. I like what it's doing. Yes, I do. Okay. Alright. Almost done with this layer here. I've noticed since it's not as warm in the house, it's much colder than, winter season. It takes longer for my limbs to dry in between steps, which I like, which is good sometimes, but then like when you are on a mission to get something done, you're like, I need it to dry now. And you're having to wait. Unless you have like a fan pointing at it, then it'll dry much faster. So we're gonna let this layer dry, no baking, and then we will be doing another layer on top of this. Once it's dry, I'm gonna be able to determine if I want to do a second layer of yellow. Part of me says yes, and then a part of me says no. So I'm just not sure what I want to do. Ooh, looks so nice. So let your guys' kit dry, and as soon as it's dry, we're gonna be back with the next step. All right, my layer has dried for the most part. So I actually think we're just gonna stick with 1 layer of yellow, but we are going to do our pastel orange layer. Added some more thinner to mine because mine was, whoa, cat?
Yeah, it bit me.
Oh, mine was dried up. So, I'm actually going to start with the head this time. And I like the pastel orange. I love the oranges and the Reborns. The oranges and the yellows and the reds. I feel like they add so much to a young baby. Just when they're at this stage, I mean, Tambry was a very, colorful baby, not like pale white. She didn't turn more pale white until she was a few months old. So these colors really add that young baby look. Let's face it, most of these Reborn kids are young looking, they're young babies. So anything newborn should definitely have some color in its skin. I feel like it's what I prefer on my babies. So we're just gonna go all over the limbs with this pretty orange, pastel orange color. It's another wash. And then I actually think we will be topping it with a yellow. I'm telling you, the way I'm doing things right now is really different than the last time we painted together. Okay, we just got another arm and a leg. So I'm even coating the bottoms of the feet. Goes on everywhere. Oh, I really like this a lot. I really do. Actually feel like I'm close to being done. Okay. Very nice. Alright, so you guys are gonna let this dry. Don't bake it. We're gonna come back and probably do another Genesis yellow wash. I'm gonna look at the doll before we do that, but I definitely think we'll be doing another Genesis yellow wash. So let your baby dry and then we'll be back. Okay, so we are back with our next layer. And like I said, I think we were gonna do another yellow. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're gonna do another Genesis wash yellow. I want the color to just like pop. So that's gonna make it pop. Who are you talking to, babe?
Tambry.
Oh.
Called my name.
I see. Yeah, so this yellow wash is gonna make the color pop and come together. Ooh, I like it.
Where's Sam?
She's doing something in the dryer.
Oh, the clothes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shower.
You don't have to fold our clothes.
No, you do. There we go. Ooh, I like that. So yes, another layer of yellow. And then I think we'll do some blushing on the limbs. Oh, my yellow's a little dark there. If your yellow looks a little dark when you pounce it on, you can just always blot it with the other side of your sponge. So that's what I did. We're gonna add some blushing, and you won't need to bake until after we do that. And I know you're like, blushing? We just did blushing. We'll be doing blushing on the limbs. So this is, we're getting close to the finish line, and this is gonna help add depth into our kit. So yay, we are almost done. We're working that out. Okay, so. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh my gosh, did you guys see those limbs fall? Paint got all my stuff I'm working on. No.
No.
Yeah, because I don't think I've baked that layer yet. All right, well, we'll clean that up. Okay, I've got the leg left and an arm left. And then we can get into our blushing, and I think after that we're pretty much just gonna have some small details left, like nails and working with the lip coloring. I like this color that I have going on here. I'm liking it a lot. Okay. So what we're gonna do is use the red that has the blushing that has the Fallow 08 in it. So the red Fallow 08. That's the blushing we're gonna use. And first though, I'm gonna go over the lips of my doll with the other blushing. That one that's got the magenta 08. I'm gonna get some nice pink lips, and then we will go back and do the white in the inside of the lips that I like to do. So we'll give her some pretty pink lips. Okay, cute. All right, now with the other blush, we're gonna go do some blushing behind the ear, and probably travel this blushing upward onto the ear, just to freshen that up. So lots of blushing. We want to take this blushing around the neckline of the baby as well. Over here behind the ear, pull the blushing around the neck. There we go. Cute. And then, oh, I have an orange spot right there. That's weird. Okay, fix that. Blushing here on the back of the head. A little bit right there too. All right, and cute, very cute. So now we're gonna do some blushing on the knee. Kind of move my blush this way, bring it a little behind the knee. Move it around, no sharp edges. Oh, I like that. Do some blushing on the ankle. Come down a little bit on top of the foot. It's nice how easy the paint travels. Around the thigh, there we go. So we've got that one leg blushed. And then gonna do the hands, gonna do the elbow into the crease of the arm. Just move that paint around. The dogs are playing. Crazy little animals. Oh my gosh, Benji and Peanut. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, sorry about the dogs. So I'm gonna blush around the wrists. Benji! At the knuckles of the hands. And then we are going to blush up top around the upper arm where it meets the body. And then you will do that onto your other arm and leg. And then after that, you're going to bake it.